Guys, in yesterday's class, we had seen PVLAN. I discussed about PVLAN, almost everything we discussed yesterday, but practical wasn't done. But yes, still, I want to confirm from you guys. What's the use of PVLAN, guys? Tell me. What's the use of PVLAN? Yesterday, we did some theoretical things, right? Tell me now, what's the use of PVLAN?
To make some restriction for users
For what reason?
to access the services.
Okay. So what technically
So
would you call it?
To
Technically,
increase the security.
No, technically there should be something,
basically,
right?
it is a network security feature
Okay.
that that basically isolates devices within the same VLANs.
This would be a technical answer, okay? So whenever you guys are asked what is PVLAN or what is the use of private VLAN, I want you guys to tell these things. PVLAN provides layer 2 isolation between ports within a same broadcast domain, right?
Yeah.
This is what I want you guys to use, like layer 2 isolation, broadcast domain, same broadcast domain. These are the things that I want you to use when you brief about private VLAN. Okay. Now, yesterday itself we understood in a private VLAN, there are three types that we have to understand: promiscuous, isolated, and community. So can anyone tell me what exactly isolated does? What does isolation does? Yeah.
Basically, oh, basically for the isolation, it does not allow hosts to communicate with each other.
Okay. So where it communicates with? Who can communicate with isolated what?
You
I
can
think
only communicate it with promiscuous bots.
Promiscuous can communicate. Correct answer.
Yeah.
Okay. So yesterday I told you guys what are the restrictions. I told you what are the limitations and what are the required things. When I talk about private VLAN, VTP mode should be either turned off or it should be into transparent mode. Now, create the secondary VLANs, create primary VLAN, associate secondary VLANs with the primary VLAN, right? So basically, we'll have two different type of VLANs. One VLAN we'll call it as a primary VLAN. We'll create two VLANs. This is like one primary VLAN. Let's say I'll give name a number as a 200. And inside primary VLAN, I'll create secondary VLANs. Let's say here I have community and I have isolated. So two secondary VLANs I'll be creating inside this. So for example, this is community. So this is community, and let's say community VLAN will make it as a 200. And this is secondary VLAN, another secondary VLAN that's isolated. Okay. So this isolated VLAN, let's make it as a 400. So under one primary, I'll have association of two secondary VLANs, and this will be associated with your interface. This is what it means. So in simple way, we'll create three VLANs. One VLAN will make it a part of primary. Another two VLANs will make a part of secondary. That will be community and isolated. Optional configure interface as a promiscuous. If you want any access to be given for everyone, then that access can be like internet, for example, that can be as a promiscuous. And optional can be a trunk port. Okay. So let's see how can we do practical of this. I'll take RDP connection. Guys, labs are 24/7 accessible. I told you previously also. If anyone is facing issue with practical, please use remote lab to do all the practicals. Now I'm creating another lab here. So this is PVLAN. Guys, for you, all labs are already created here. It's a student lab that I have taken access. Click here on a root, and then whichever lab you want to do, simply click inside that lab. Let's say SNRS we are currently going with. PVLAN. Click on PVLAN. Port security. Click on port security. Now, if you want to do this practical, Jordan, there is some issue from your side. Jordan, please check out your mouse properly. So if you want to do any practical, then simply come here, say wipe all nodes. Wipe all node means everything will get wiped out. All configurations are gone. And do your practical whatever you want. See how simple it is made. I'm already creating, all the labs here. I'm doing practicals. It is getting tested. You all just have to take a remote access and do the practical wipe out and do all the practicals. That's it. So let me take 4 routers here. I need 4 routers. R1, R2, R3, and R4. Okay. So R1 and R2, I want them to talk with each other. R4, I'll assume as the internet, and R3, I'll assume as a community. Okay. So these two, let's assume as community. This is like internet. Let me write a name here. This is like internet. And this is our server. I'll write a name server here. And these are two clients. So we have client 1 and a client 2. Later I'll tell you what is my requirement and you have to suggest me what should I keep. I'll take switch here, take a virtual switch. Make it as a layer 2 switch icon. Let's write a name L2. Take these two interfaces. I mean, you can connect it randomly also, not a problem. Okay. This is how we have taken. I'll start all these devices. Make it PVLAN lab. Let us take control of all these devices. It takes little time to come up, guys. Meanwhile, I'll show you what you'll do. See, these documents are already uploaded on a Google Drive, guys. Okay, it's already uploaded. Let me reconfirm it.
Yesterday, layer 2.
Yesterday?
The one yesterday, L2 security.
Inside docs, if you see layer 2 security, this is the document, guys. Everything is already uploaded here.
Okay. Yeah, we got it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Just go to docs folder. In a tools folder, you will find all images here. Right. So everything's are already uploaded. Videos are uploaded. Check out properly. Drive access. Everything is there.
Thank you.
Okay. So guys, here we have decided to create everything now. We have a switch for, right? And first of all, on a switch, we are giving VTP mode. Let me do one thing. Okay. So let's go to RDP machine. Now, first of all, let's create a pre-config. Let's say on client 1. Guys, all the devices will be, all devices will have a same subnet 10.11.11.0/24. That's within a same subnet, right? Here I'll give IP addresses .1, .2, .3, and .4, right? Okay. Now let's configure all these pre-configs. Enable configure terminal host name. Let's give as a client 1. Interface G0 by 0 IP address 10.11.11.1 mask of 24. No sure. This is only required, guys. We don't need much configurations. Client 2, hostname client 2, IP address .2. See, this is benefit that you guys can get. This is server, write a name server, IP address .3. This is our internet. Make it .4. Simply copy all these configurations, go to each and every device and paste it. That's it. If you make a habit of doing this, trust me, guys, while writing CCIE lab exam, when you guys will be ready for lab exam, that time you'll have a huge practice. These things will help you a lot for your exam. It will also correct your commands. So make this a habit. I keep telling in all the classes. It's easy, faster to do all the configurations. Done. And main thing is you'll have a backup. Right now, we don't have anything configured here. It's a normal configuration that we have done. They all are acting or behaving like a normal device. On a layer 2, we haven't implemented any configuration. So it's a normal layer 2 switch. I should be able to communicate everywhere, no matter it's a client 1, client 2, server, or a internet, right? Now, go to any device and try to communicate with all other devices like .2, .3, and .4. They all are communicating. Good enough. Now, you guys will tell me, I'm telling you my requirement, and you guys tell me what should I do. These two clients, I want them to communicate with each other. So which secondary VLAN should I make them? These interfaces should be a part of which secondary VLAN? If I want these two clients to communicate with each other.
You use the community.
Community. Yeah.
And I want them to communicate with the internet as well. All three, client and server, should be able to access the internet, but these two clients should talk to each other and should not talk to server. So tell me, these two clients should be,
Isolated and community.
who should be isolated?
The internet one should be isolated.
Internet should be
Isolated.
Server should be isolated.
correct answer. These two should be a part of community. This should be a part of isolated, and this should be a part of, tell
So
me,
everyone.
everyone. Correct. So technically, what port it should be?
Proximus.
Promiscuous.
Promiscuous.
We call it as a promiscuous. So this port will be promiscuous. Let's configure it then, step by step. I have given here configuration. Okay. So two things I told here. Either go for no VTP command or go for VTP mode transparent.
Transparent.
Okay. Anything is fine. So here I'll go with okay. So here I can correct this command. Now let's go to a switch, L2 switch, enable. Either say no VTP mode, you can give this command, or if you say do so VTP status, it will show you it's as a server, should not be in a server. You can say VTP mode transparent and you can check the status, do so VTP status, and it is in transparent. Any would be fine. So first of all, what we did, either go with no VTP status or go with any one of these. Now you see, I'm creating VLAN 600 and I'm giving a command, private VLAN community, and I'll exit. Private VLAN community. It means VLAN 600, I'm making it as a community. What did I discuss earlier? Anything is fine. So here I'm creating one VLAN 600. Now see, I'm creating VLAN 600 and saying, hey, you're a part of private VLAN and you will act as a community, which is secondary VLAN that I'm talking about. Again, I'm creating VLAN 400 And I'm saying here you are also a part of private VLAN, but your role is isolated. So two secondary VLANs are created here. Understood? Now I'm creating VLAN 200 and I'm saying here you are a part of primary VLAN. You're also a part of, sorry, private VLAN, but you are primary this time. So three VLANs we have created and we gave a role to them. And under this primary VLAN, I need to associate these two VLANs. Community and isolated should be a part of primary VLAN. It has to be a part of any primary VLAN. So here I'll say private VLAN association with 400 and 600. So as per our configuration, 400 is isolated and community is 600. That's why if you see I have written here in a theoretical part what I have written, secondary VLAN should be associated with primary VLAN. See, this is what I have written. Associate secondary VLANs with the primary VLAN. This is what it means. I said under the primary VLAN, I associated two secondary VLANs. It's a part of one primary VLAN. Now these two VLANs, secondary VLANs, 600 and 400 can't be a part of another primary VLAN. If I have primary VLAN 300, 400, these two secondary VLANs can't be a part of any other primary VLAN. At a time, it can be a part of only one primary VLAN, not a multiple primary VLANs. Right? All right. Now, once this is done, now we'll get into each and every interface. We decided internet should be accessible to all the interfaces. So internet port, I'll make it as a Promiscuous. What is the interface? Z0 by 3. So I'll say interface Z0 by 3. I'll say switch port mode private VLAN host. This is the command. And I'll say switch port private VLAN host association with the 200 and 400. Right. Now, wait guys, that's not a command for Promiscuous. This is the command for Promiscuous. Wait. Here, the interface that I want to make it a Promiscuous, this is the command. So this is G0 by 3, G0 by 3. G0 by 3. So you'll give this command. This is a command that makes your interface to a part of private VLAN and it decides what a role it should have. So we said it a Promiscuous. And Promiscuous, first of all, we have to give a mapping of what is my primary VLAN. Primary VLAN is 200 and these two secondary VLANs that I have. So if I have three secondary VLANs or any other VLANs, here we have only two secondary VLANs, right? Community and isolated. So this primary and secondary, these three has to be a part of Promiscuous. It can communicate with this, three VLANs over here, primary and secondary. So this is the command that we have to configure it at this interface. Now rest, we have three other interface that we have to configure. Now, this is the command to make a part of, private VLAN. So let's say, for example, community. So this is G0 by 0 and G0 by 1. So let me give G0 by 0. So this is the common command that everyone will have almost. Now this 400 at last decides whether it will be community or it will be isolated. So interface G0 by 0 and G0 by 1. G0 by 0 and G0 by 1. This should be a part of community. So community VLAN is 600. So you have to make 600 here. 600. 600. And I have G0 by 2, which is a part of isolated. So make the interface G0 by 2. G0 by 2. And this is the command switch port mode private VLAN host common command. And here I'll make it as a 400. So this 400 G0 by 2 will be a part of isolated. That's it, guys. This is the configuration. So this much commands are required. That's it. So let's see step by step how do we configure it. I made the final list of commands. I can copy and paste as well, but let me type it for you guys. So here I'll create VLAN 600 so that all the commands will be tested. Private VLAN and say community. Now again, let's create a VLAN 400 and same command give private VLAN isolated. Right, two VLANs got created. Again, I'll create VLAN 200. Inside this private VLAN, I'll say, hey, you're a part of private VLAN and you are primary. And I'll say private VLAN association with two secondary VLANs, that's are 400 and 600, right? Don't give a space after comma, okay? So now this much is done. Primary and secondary VLANs created. Now it's time for interface. So one interface, I'll configure it manually to show you. Let's say interface G0 by 0. G0 by 0 here I have connected for client 2. Okay, which should be a part of community. Switch port mode private VLAN host and say switch port private VLAN host association. This is my primary VLAN 200 and secondary VLAN 600. That's it. Same way, I can go for other interface G0 by 1. Here G0 by 1 is a part of same community host and then say community. That's it. Two interfaces done. Now the last interface G0 by 2 host and here I'll say 400. That's my isolated. Done. Now we can do testing. That's it. Now, as per our understanding, internet should communicate with all these three, right?
Yeah.
Okay. Let's go to internet. Promiscuous should talk to everyone. 10.11.11.1. Okay. We didn't configure this G0 by 3 as a promiscuous. We haven't configured. Last command is missing. This. Let me copy and paste it. Done. So interface status, and here you
Correct.
can see G0 by 0 and G0 by 1 are a part of community. This is a part of isolated, and G0 by
Absolutely.
3 shows a part of your primary VLAN. It does not show any other part. It's a promiscuous actually. Now let me go to promiscuous port, which is internet connected. Let me ping R1. It's pinging R2, pinging R3, communicating. It means promiscuous is able to talk to everyone. Now what else? I'll go to client 1, and client 1 should be able to talk to client 2, but client 1 and client 2 should not be able to talk to server. Go to client 1, ping 10.11.11.2, communicating, but 3 it should not communicate, right? So all our requirements are fulfilled and it's working. This is private VLAN, guys, PVLAN. I'll upload this to docs. PVLAN. Okay, this is uploaded here, guys.
Yeah. Thank you.
All right, so let us check all our topics. SNRS. Sorry, we completed PVLAN, guys. Okay. Uh, let us complete one short topic. Okay. And for next class, I'll give you NTP authentication, NetFlow. Right. These are the upcoming topics. So NTP. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. In 3 to 4 classes, we'll complete this, guys. Okay. By 15th, I'll complete this SNRS module. Uh, we'll go for DHCP spoofing attack. Okay. It's very simple. Have you guys done DHCP spoofing and snooping in your CCNP label, guys?
I
Was
think
it
so.
done? Sorry?
I think maybe, yeah. I
No,
think we have done CCNP spoofing
Should be there.
with DNS.
Okay, let's take a break for a few minutes. After that,
Yeah.
we'll start again.
Thank you.
all right, thanks.
Guys, I'm back. Let's start now.
Okay, sir.
So here we have DHCP spoofing attack and snooping. Spoofing is attack, snooping is solution. So it's very easy. Now, can you guys tell me what is DHCP spoofing? Any idea? Any idea about DHCP spoofing?
DHCP spoofing is untrust DHCP. Hello, Sushil.
Yes, please tell me.
I say DHCP spoofing is untrust DHCP.
Okay. So what does that mean? DHCP spoofing. Sorry, I was looking into a chat over
It's
here.
it's provide the fake IP address.
Hmm. So DHCP spoofing. Wait a minute. Previously, who told the answer? Was it me or Ashish?
Alan.
Okay, Alan. Yeah, Alan. So could you repeat once again? What did you tell?
I say DHCP spoofing is an untrust DHCP who try to give the host an IP address, but it's not the trust DHCP. Maybe it's an hacker who try
Correct.
to
It's a
spoof.
rogue DHCP. We call it as a technical word as a rogue DHCP. Right.
Yeah.
See, what happens? I'll tell you here. Let's take two routers. I'll make it as a DHCP. Mhm. So we have DHCP1 and we have DHCP2. This is rogue DHCP, or you can say attacker. Attacker DHCP. This is DHCP2. And this is my real DHCP, which is DHCP1. Let me connect it on a switch. And let me take two PCs here. Or let me take any one PC. Any one PC would be fine. No need to take two PCs. One PC would be fine. Or if you want, you can take two hosts. Right. So one by one, we'll start all these devices, not at once. So we are currently doing a practical of DHCP spoofing and DHCP snooping. This is our practical. Now, I don't have to explain what is DHCP. You guys are already aware of, right? And purpose also you guys already know, so I don't have to explain what is DHCP. It's all about providing dynamic IP to your client, right? If your clients are in a automatic IP assignment, which is dynamic method DHCP client, if your PCs are configured with DHCP client, definitely DHCP server will offer IP. So let me start this. Take a notepad, and here I'll make DHCP1 configuration. Enable configure terminal host name DHCP1. Let me start this device and let me start one Windows PC. I'll say interface G0 by 0 with the IP address. Let's take first DHCP subnet 10.11.11.0, from where I'll assign IP address .1. I'll give no shirt. Right. IP DHCP exclude. Okay. First of all, I'll exclude IP, which I have already configured here.
Sir, please, the host name for DCP1. I think you have left out the P. Just in case.
Oh, name. No worries. So I excluded the first IP address, okay, which I have used here as the interface IP. I have excluded here. Now I'll say IP DHCP pool, and I'll create some name. Let's say DHCP1. This is name, guys. And I'll give the pool of IPs 10.11.11. Okay, no. Here under this, I'll say network 10.11.11.0/24. Gateway, default gateway. That's our gateway IP. 10.11.11. Anything. I'm just taking an example, like I'm giving it 10. Okay. And DNS 8.8.8.8. Okay, so like this, I have given this configuration. I'll go to DHCP1. Let me take this access. I'll start this switch as well. See, purpose of having a rogue DHCP in a network is to divert your network traffic. Okay. If you receive IP from this correct DHCP, your packets will go in a right direction. Right. But if you receive IP from attackers DHCP, it might divert your packet to some other direction, because it will have a different gateway, it will have a different DNS. So main purpose of having a rogue DHCP in a network is to divert our network traffic. That's basically a purpose. Okay. So
Yeah.
here I don't want this DHCP attacker or a rogue DHCP to be trusted in my network. I would say here trust only this DHCP which is connected at this particular port. That's the configuration. That's it. Simple configuration. Simple concept. Now here I'm creating a real DHCP right now. Okay, so everything was correct under this default route, not a gateway, it's a default route, and give a IP as this. That's it. So sometimes when you make a mistake with commands, right, when you keep typing, keep practicing like this, it will be habit, okay, and it will help you a lot. See, all commands are working fine. So I created one DHCP, and let's go to RPC. RPC is already in automatic receive IP, which is DHCP client. Test 1, 2, 3. T capital, test 1, 2, 3. It should receive IP ncpa.cpl, and here click on details. Right now it hasn't received IP. So let me go to disable state and say enable. It is identifying IP, and see it received IP as a .4. This is my gateway IP, DHCP server IP, and DNS IP. It received. Still it shows unidentified. It will come, okay. But if it still shows you unidentified, then click disable and enable it. It should show you identified network. It has a received IP. This will go to identified network automatically. Don't need to worry. So here I'll try to ping 10.11.11.1 IP. Yes, I'm able to reach into my network. So a real DHCP subnet was 10.11.11.0/24. Okay. Now I want attacker DHCP or a rogue DHCP. One. So it is rogue DHCP. ROU, sorry, ROGUE. It's a rogue DHCP. Okay. Now here I'll keep a rogue subnet. It's 172.16.10.0/24. Right. So simple. Copy this same configuration, and this is our rogue DHCP. And here I'll give IP 172.16.10.2. I'll exclude this IP. Put this subnet 0. Default router, make it as a 10, anything. Right, so this has a different gateway and previous had a different gateway, different subnet. So if attacker diverts your network to this particular subnet and the gateway, traffic will reach to different direction, right? So I'll come to attacker. Rogue DHCP is configured. Let me turn on this PC. Now, Rogue DHCP configuration is done. I'll take a console of this test 1, 2, 3. ncpa.cpl. Let's see, has it received any IP? Yes, it received. It received IP from Rogue DHCP. Now, what would you do? You didn't check anything. Let's say, for example, you didn't check anything. You simply received IP. You had a connectivity. You were working, but your traffics, your data were going in a wrong direction. Guys, sometimes while doing a practical, you might receive IP from a real DHCP. Here, right now, luckily, I received from attacker. That was my luck. But while doing a if you are receiving IP from this real DHCP, then try to shut down this interface or this interface, anyone, for example. Okay. So you'll receive IP from rogue DHCP and later turn it on. So guys, I'm going to teach this switch that who's our trusted port, trusted interface for DHCP and others are untrusted. So very simple configuration. These are the commands, very simple commands. So this is DHCP snooping. Snooping is nothing but its solution. So you can say so DHCP snooping. First of all, it won't be there. Now you'll go to a configure terminal and you'll give a command IP DHCP snooping, IP DHCP snooping for whatever VLAN you want to do. So right now I have a native VLAN. Okay. So I'll go to switch. I have a native VLAN. So I'll use for native VLAN itself. So VLAN. Here all interfaces are a part of native VLAN 1. So go to configure terminal and give this command simple. So IP DHCP say snooping do for VLAN 1. That's it. And say no IP DHCP snooping information option. This is command and say interface, which interface I need to trust. G0 by 0. So say interface G0 by 0 and simply say IP DHCP snooping trust. That's it. So IP DHCP snooping, and you can see at which interface we have trusted G0 by 0. That's it. Now, if I go to our attacker PC, if I go to this PC, disable and enable it, it will never receive IP now from rogue DHCP. It will receive from 10 dot. I gave all the commands, right? G0 by 0, IP DHCP, snooping trust. Yep, given. Let me enable it.
And disable it. Yeah. Just exit them.
No, should not be like that. I'll take these commands once again.
So what this command is do, no IP DHCP snooping information option.
So basically this will say, hey, don't give any information to any other ports. This is only the trusted port from where you should get the information. Okay. So
Okay.
test 1, 2, 3. Okay, it received IP from now the correct DHCP. Now let me disable and enable it for multiple times. It is received from here only. Now for testing purpose, okay, for testing purpose, I'm restarting once again just for my confirmation. I'll go to DHCP1. I'll shut down the interface. Interface is 0 by 0. I'll shut it down for some time. So now when my PC comes up, it should not receive IP from any DHCP. It should not receive IP from this rogue DHCP. Though my real DHCP is not available, it should be fine. But this Windows PC should not receive IP from the rogue DHCP because this switch has got an information that I should not listen to anyone. I should trust only one interface. So I said here, no IP DHCP snooping information option. Only trust this interface. ncpa.cpl. It didn't receive IP, which is very correct. Let's give no short command. It received from here. So this is proved that your DHCP snooping is working fine. Guys, all of you, am I clear with both the concepts?
Oh yeah.
Yes, sir.
Yes, please.
Sorry. Okay, this is also uploaded. Guys, our upcoming topics are NTP authentication. I'll give you some hints and examples over here. Okay. What is NTP, guys? What is the purpose of NTP?
The network transfer protocol.
Network time protocol. Okay. What is the purpose of NTP?
To authenticate, to verify.
Yeah, keep telling. Purpose of NTP?
What timestamp?
See, it's all about
Can I try?
time synchronization, right?
Okay.
You might have seen your networking devices. Let's say, for example, you guys are getting connected to internet.
Yeah.
Whenever you guys are connecting internet on your mobile phone automatically gets synchronized with your current location, right? According to your
Yeah.
current time zone, it gets synchronized. Why is that happening? From where it is getting synchronized? Your
From the
device,
server.
sorry,
From the server, internet server.
where is
NTP
that server?
server.
What is that server called?
It is an NTP server.
Okay. So that NTP server follows which time zone?
Local.
Oh, usually it depends on the it depends on where you find yourself. So there are different time servers. So it depends on where you want to connect to.
It is called UTC time zone. Understood?
Yeah.
Your entire world is connecting where? Connecting to UTC time zone server.
Okay.
Okay. Where your offset time, there is something called as a offset time. Offset time is 00. It means 0 hour, 0 minutes delay. And you know which country has offset time of 00?
Yes.
Tell me, which country?
Ghana. Oh, Casablanca has it.
No.
Yeah.
Now you guys can see here, realize this part. You might not have paid attention on this. In your PC, everywhere you see written UTC, right? What is UTC? It's Universal Coordinated Time Zone. universal coordinated time zone. Okay, written UTC. If it is given plus 5:30, it means here 5 hours 30 minutes. If I add on a UTC, it will become Indian time zone. So what is the offset time for India?
5 hours and a half.
Correct. So where do we make a difference with this offset time? With UTC time, right? So for India, IST, if I want to say offset time, so what's the offset time? 5 hours plus 5 hours. Don't forget to mention plus 5 hours, 30 minutes, right? If I add plus 5:30 to universal time zone, which is 00, if I add plus 5:30, then it will become IST. So understand, in NTP, we have one centralized server, that is UTC 00. And that UTC 00 is where we are synchronizing with. Now, if you see here, UTC coordinated time zone, right? You see London and these places, this all falls under UTC 00. This all comes under UTC 00. So Gaza is +2, right? So if I have to make a difference between PST time zone, Pacific time zone, US time zone, and Indian time zone, if I have to make a difference, how would I make a difference? Let's see. -8 would be Pacific time zone. See, this is USA, -8. Okay. So if I say PST time zone, then it is US time zone, right? So PST means offset time is -8 hours 0 minutes. Now, if I have to calculate what's the time difference between India and US, then what would be calculated time? -8 means from UST it's -8. So 8 plus, and from UTC plus 5:30 is there, right? 8 plus 5, 30. 8 plus 5 equals to 13, right? And 30 minutes. So 13 hours, 30 minutes is a difference between my India and US time. And how did I calculate this? I calculated it based on my UTC time zone. So UTC is 00, PST is -8, IST is plus 5:30. So minus and plus. I mean, these two things we are adding, 8 plus 5 equals to 13 and 30 minutes. So total 13 hours, 30 minutes is a time difference between PST and IST, right? And our base from where we do this calculation is UTC time zone, UTC 00. This is our base calculation. Guys, now did you understand what is a UTC?
Yeah.
How to calculate a difference between the time? So this was just an introduction about NTP. There are many things that we have to understand here. So here I'll write few things that you guys need to do research and come back for a next class. UTC, offset time. What is time zone, protocol uses, port number, either it is TCP or UDP, stratum number, NTP with authentication. These are the topics that I want you guys to do research and come for our next class.
Sure. Okay.
You can post it in a group. So
Yeah.
these are the things that I want you guys to do. Mhm. So next class, we'll have two topics as we completed two topics today. Next class also I'll be completing two topics. One is NTP, okay?
Yeah.
And the other one is NetFlow,
Net flow.
okay? NetFlow with IP fixed protocol version 10. IP fix. Okay, so these are your tasks.
Yeah.
Please complete the complete research.
Sure.
So upcoming first weekend, upcoming weekend, first day we'll cover these two things.
Sure.
Next day we'll cover these two. Guys,
Okay.
I need total 3 classes more. Total 3 classes
Okay.
to complete this module. After that, we'll decide. Probably I'll start with VPN. Okay, very demanding and very important for your career. So we'll start with VPN.
Okay, sorry.
Yeah. Okay. Take care, guys. See you.
Thank you very much.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you.